Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently I don't need this microphone. I don't want to. Okay. This is what I would love more than anything else in the world right now, is for everyone to be quiet as if the performance has begun and have Irene play one more piece for us. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Irene Sasser. Yay! Well, welcome to our performance tonight. We had a great time at Shakespeare Camp this week, playing games and learning about Shakespeare and learning about poetry and learning about monologues, soliloquies, and sonnets. What you're going to see tonight is some of our acting exercises first. The kids will, and you can put down any pieces of paper you have right now because we're going to play games. Yes. They don't know what I've got planned for them. This is all improvisation. So, and siblings, you may be pulled in next year. Yeah. So come on up on stage. The first game that we, and you can go all the way up. There you go. The first game that we played, which is just a basic acting exercise, is a mirror, where the kids are paired off, and one is the initiator and one is the mirror. We're not going to do that right now because there's 5 of you, unless Vicki wants to play. I'll play. Okay. All righty. Okay, so Sophia and Vicki, Gavin and Irene, there we go. Decide who's A and who's B. And remember, this is in slow motion. Slow motion. Ready, set, curtain. Slow motion. Slow motion. And B initiates. And curtain. Okay. The next game builds on that one. Oh, yes. The next game builds on that one, and it's called Sound and Movement. So can you make your circle? Vicki, you can play if you want to. Actually, yeah, I guess you can. Leave the front open. That's a great idea. Hannah and Vicki, can you take a step back? There you go. Can you guys see everybody? Okay, sound and movement. Let's see. Let me pick on someone. Ava, can you begin? They're not supposed to think too much. They're just supposed to move. What's going to happen is Ava will do a sound and a movement, face someone. They do the sound and movement together, and then trade places. And then the person in the middle will transform that sound and movement into their own. Don't think about your families right now. And curtain. Do you know what I loved about this tonight? This didn't happen all week, but they were using their costumes to suggest their movements. I love that, you guys. Okay, the next game is called Part of a Whole. So have a seat right here. Vic, you're welcome to join too. I mean, this is a delight having you here. I'm going to move myself, if that's okay with Ken Wilhelm. No, don't move, don't, just clump over there as a clump without tripping. Vicki, can you sit like in front of Gavin? That would be great. So we'll use this part of the stage for our stage. What happens at a part of a whole is one person goes up and is a piece of a machinery, just one piece. And then one by one, the actors will join in and make a whole machine. Okie doke? Anyone may begin. Don't be the airplane. This is improvisation. They did a really fun one day, and I don't want it repeated. I want this to all be fresh. All right, if no one goes up, I'm calling on somebody. Okay. Okay, don't worry about the audience. They're not here. All right, curtain. I have to stop this now. Ava, were you petting a bunny? Poor bunny. Okay, go back over there. Once we just generic machines, we did some machines with a theme. And so I will suggest a machine about stage fright. Anyone can begin. And if no one begins, I'll call on you. Okay. One at a time, one at a time. Do you like the symmetry of this machine so far? Okay, curtain. Next machine will be a saltwater taffy machine. And if you haven't started yet, be one to go up. There, very good, Hannah. Notice that the actors are using their backs as well as their fronts. It's always interesting to have different sides of the actors showing. Okay, curtain, very good. So also using the mirror concept, we played a game called Art Museum, where one person is a curator of an art museum, and the patrons come in one at a time, look at the paintings, and then leave. But what you're going to see is that whoever walks in, the guard of the museum becomes that person. So have the paintings be right here, okay? The curator or the prison guard, the art guard will sit right here. And do you want to be the first art guard? Yes. Of course you do. So they will come in one at a time with a different walk, a different personality, different emotions going on, and Gavin will become whoever it is that walks in. Okay. And then she'll leave, and the next patron will come in. Vicki, happy for you to play. Okay. Wicked girl. Okay, curtain. Very good. Thank you. One of my favorite parts of our morning games was the part of our morning where I put on a piece of music. They don't know what I'm putting on, but what they need to do is move to the music. Okay, and I'm really glad Vicki's here because we can divide this up equally. So can you three go over here? You three stay here. You guys are A. When I call A, you guys will move to the music. When I call B, you guys will move to the music. And when I say, I'll play, You can interact with each other a little bit, be nice, but let the music dictate how you're moving and how you're interacting with each other. No words, of course. This is all done in silence. The music does the part. So, Drew, A. B. A. B. A. B. All play. So in terms of, oh, you can sit down in your chairs. My goal for this camp was for them to learn the difference between a soliloquy and a monologue, and also to appreciate Shakespeare's sonnets. He wrote 154 of them, close to the number of psalms we have. They learned what a quatrain was, what a rhyming couplet is and how that works, and learned that when an actor is doing a soliloquy, he or she is the only one on stage, usually revealing what his thoughts are. I'm just going to use the he, the old-fashioned man or woman. You know, he. It's old-fashioned. Don't mind me. And that a monologue is performed with someone else in the room. They're speaking to them, and sometimes they're telling a story, sometimes they're just telling someone how they feel about something. But the difference between soliloquy and monologue is the soliloquy, the person is totally alone on stage. We have an order tonight. The first piece is from Henry V, and in that piece, the chorus, who is a narrator, is setting the scene directly to the audience, as you'll hear Ava. Wait, am I wrong? Okay, good.
Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then should the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars, and at his heels, leashed in like hounds, should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment. But pardon, gentles all, the flat, unraised spirits that have dared, in this unworthy scaffold, to bring forth so great an object. Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France? Can we cram inside this wooden O the very cask which did affright the air at Agincourt? Oh, pardon, since many a crooked figure may attest in little place a million. And let us, ciphers to this great account upon your imaginary forces work. Suppose within the girdle of these walls are now confined two mighty monarchies, whose high upreared and abutting fronts the perilous narrow ocean parts asunder. Piece out our imperfections with your thoughts, and to 1,000 parts divide one man, and make imaginary puissance. Think, when we talk of horses, that you see them printing their proud hoofs into the receiving earth. For 'tis your thoughts that must now deck our kings, carrying them here and there, jumping o'er times, turning the accomplishment of many years into an hourglass. For the rich supply, admit me chorus to this history, who, prologue-like, your humble patience pray, gently to hear, kindly to judge our play.
Against my better judgment, here I am. I'm going to do the prologue from Romeo and Juliet. The fun thing about this prologue, well, first of all, I think I had the opportunity of practicing it once this whole week, but that's okay. They're here to shine, not me. The difference between what Ava did and what I'm about to do is that the chorus in Romeo and Juliet totally gives the spoiler of the plot. He just tells what's going to happen, and the audience will have no surprises, and he does it in very few words. Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona will we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny. And that's about it for me tonight.
I'm sorry, we're civil blood.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're civil
blood
blood.
makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventures, piteous overthrows, do with their death bury their parents' strife. And that's where I'm ending. All right, so Hannah. So Hannah is, let me get my sheet so I don't forget. My glasses. Hannah is playing King Polixenes from A Winter's Tale, and he is telling the story of his childhood best friend to that best friend's wife. They've never met before. And so he's saying, this is what we were like as little boys.
We were as twin lambs that did frisk in the sun and bleat one at the other. What he changed was innocence for innocence. We knew not the doctrine of ill-doing, nor deemed that any did. Had we pursued that life, and our weak spirits nailed, been higher reared, for stronger blood, we should have not answered heaven boldly, not guilty. The imposition cleared, hereditary ours.
Okay, Irene is playing viola from Twelfth Night, and in this story, do you need a hand, darling? Okay. In this story, she has been shipwrecked on an unfriendly, she wonders, island, and as a girl, single, decides that she needs to dress like a young man in order to protect herself. She might not want it up, but she finds a job working for the Duke and as a page boy. He doesn't know she's a girl, and she is sought to bring a message to the Lady Olivia, whom he is in love with. And what Viola realizes is perhaps Olivia, who also doesn't know she's a girl, might have a crush on him. Her.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed so much that, as we thought, her eyes had lost her tongue, for she could speak in starts distractedly. She loves me sure. The cutting of her passion invites me in this church messenger. None of my Lord's ring. Why, he sends her none. I am the man. This be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better loved a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is with the proper false, within women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, bond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am a man, my state is desperate for my master's cause. As I am a woman, now alas today, what thriftless sigh shall for Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I, for it is too hard a knot for me to untie.
And now, the great Gavin Blizzard will perform Sonnet 18 for you. This is a sonnet that every lady wishes someone would write for her.
Oh, here goes nothing. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves fall too short a day. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his cold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair some time declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair vows, nor shall death brag thou wondrous in his shade. When in eternal lines to time thou growest, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
Okay, and to finish the evening this morning, although please stick around and ask questions to these actors, we have Sophia, who's going to be performing, it is a monologue towards the end of The Tempest, and she'll be closing out in the same way that Ava got us started, with telling the audience, well, that this is all fake.
Our revels are now ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits.
and are melted into air, into thin air. And, like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit shall dissolve, and, like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a wrack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little life is rowdy with sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell, and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk, to still my bleeding mind.
Time for the company bow. Okay, thank them with your hands. Okay, take your places back on the stage. Is there anyone who has any questions for these guys, either about improvisation or about the soliloquies and monologues and sonnets that they did? Oh, yeah, that would be great. Okay, there she is.
What was your favorite line that you will always remember from your passage?
And you, all five of you can answer.
Hold on, let me just remember it because I can't for the life of me. What I really like about this one is it just. I think I like what we changed was innocence for innocence. I just like that one.
Yeah.
I liked the ending couplet about time unraveling the knot because it's very poetical.
And because it was a couplet too? Yeah.
Well, the one I'll remember the most is, "Sir, I am vexed," just because it's very fun.
I would probably say my favorite line from that was either the second one, which is, I can remember this, trust. I totally didn't recite it. Thou art more lovely and more temperate, or I would say, but thy eternal summer shall not fade. That one was probably my favorite one, especially with the big oomph in that one.
Well, I like the part when I finally introduce myself as the chorus and say, "Admit me chorus to this history." And I mean, I like all that. I like it all. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Any other questions from anybody? Okay.
I know some of you guys have participated in this before, done some things like this before. How did you stretch yourself to do something new or grow as an actor during this camp?
I would say improvisation, is that the right word? And a lot of these games, you're just coming up with it on the spot. Miss Jones did all the things she chose are a complete surprise. What? Yeah, like airplane. But you have to think fast, and you have to think creative, even if that's just petting a bunny or two. And then I think throwing it in the trash.
And smashing it.
Oh my goodness, it was fun. Yeah, especially that song. That was definitely a stretch.
Did you like that?
I did.
Okay.
And I know that my little brother did. That's one of his favorites.
Oh,
I would say everything. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. This is my first time doing this kind of stuff. Like I had a theater class before, but like this, it wasn't just reading off the script. I actually had to like memorize something for once, which somehow surprisingly I did.
you stretched. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why did you choose Sonnet 18? You don't have to answer if it's a personal question.
I'll answer it. I chose Sonnet 18 because, well, that one stuck out to me almost immediately because I could imagine myself saying something like that.
Good. Yeah, that's a good strength.
I'd say just using my body to act more. I struggle with using my body because of pain. So just kind of doing it with my all. Well, I'm good at being dramatic stuff.
You know what? Let's give a big hand to Sophie because she really pushed through some hard things this week. And the fact that she's here tonight is just a marvelous thing. So, Sophia.
I would say the thing that stretched me most was probably just flying up here from South Carolina and meeting a lot of new people.
Okay.
I think what stretched me the most was going on stage. It just gets me out of my comfort zone, and then I can do more acting and playing, which I love. So yeah, that definitely stretched me out of my comfort zone.
Great.
I know what I think that.
Yeah.
Also, absolutely one of the greatest ways to one of the greatest ways to get someone out of the comfort zone, especially guys, to pair them in a group room with a bunch of girls. Brutal. But we made it.
Hopefully next year we'll have more boys sign up.
It gets easier.
And more fun.
Sorry, just sometimes, guys.
What was your
Would you watch
favorite
that fly?
part when you were doing the camp?
Favorite part of camp?
You can also answer that question if you'd like with what was your favorite theater game?
My favorite theater game was definitely was either one where we played music and we just danced, or the circle.
My favorite theater game was the machine, and one day we made an amazing machine where Gavin was the airplane wings and we were all parts of the motor and we took off and we fell apart in midair. It was great.
It was amazing to watch too.
We didn't even make it into the air.
Well, I wasn't here for 2 of the days, so the music that's the first time I've ever done that, so I'd say probably that. And I also, Sound of Music is also, it's great. It's a classic. It's a classic. It's great.
Honestly, my favorite part from the week would have to be
Being in a room full of girls.
honestly, that's a difficult one for me to answer because, like, obviously I had to get comfortable with doing the games, which took a bit. But by the end of the week, the games were a ton of fun, yeah. And I would say my favorite one was obviously the machine one. It's the best one. You can have the most crazy, wild things ever.
It is.
I mean, we went from 1 second taking a bunny rabbit to putting them down.
Putting him down.
Literally putting him down. Putting the bunny down.
I think I like machine most. It's so interesting to feel the atmosphere and slowly connect yourself to others. Because I feel like that is unlike music. You are not just feeling the atmosphere, but you are interacting. And you get to make noises, and that's really fun.
Maybe 2 more questions, Paula?
We got Mom.
I just want to say, the machines is really, really fun. This wasn't this time, this was like 2 times, I think it was, I don't remember. It was one of the other times where we actually did a full play. And we were doing machines, and I think we were told that the theme was sadness, so I just threw myself on the floor and started sobbing. And I'm pretty sure Ava was the only one there who is here right now, who actually saw that.
I saw that. Can I see the back?
But yeah.
And by the way, parents, we did a machine about rage this week. I
We
wish
did?
you all could have seen it.
Yeah, we did.
I wish I could have said.
The machine one is, and the circle is by far my favorite. It's just especially the airplane.
Okay.
It was,
All right, Paula gets the mic.
Do you see yourself as pursuing a career in acting, or perhaps doing this later on in college or in some other way?
That question.
Wholeheartedly. I could totally see myself doing that. I love acting, and that is thanks to my mom, who taught me Shakespeare at first.
No. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, there is a small possibility, but like, I don't really see myself doing this as a full-time career. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I'm definitely gonna do the play this year, or at least I think I will, if I can.
You will.
Is that a threat?
No, no. It's a
Yeah.
invitation.
I don't really see myself doing this as a career. It's, it's hard on the body, so I doubt I would be able to, and I have other ambitions for my career. However, I do hope I will continue doing acting just in life for fun.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not as a full-time career, but I could see myself doing it in college and stuff. Acting is really fun, especially when you have stage fright. To get out of your comfort zone.
She's an overcomer, aren't you, Hannah?
Yeah.
You are an overcomer. Any last questions? Okay, well, there are cookies and water bottles in the back. Help yourselves. And thank you so much for coming out tonight.